morning, my all dear friends. I'm Somidul, and you are watching your most favorite channel, your own channel, Dakchhe Sobuj Dakchhe Oi, calling greens, calling there. And today we have come up again with a new episode, and in this episode, we are going to show you some sweet tamarind plants of our rooftop garden. And these tamarind plants are of unique species. Normally, what we see is that the tamarind fruit is extremely sour in taste. But all these tamarind plants which we have planted and which we are now going to show you are sweet in taste. And these species I have collected from Oindila Nursery of Boichigram of Hooghly district. After returning back from Mecca very many years ago, when I was aged 8 years only, I was a little boy, and my grandfather returned from Mecca after doing his Hajj. He brought some tamarind fruits which were sweet to taste. So far I remember, those tamarind fruits were sweet to taste, and it was like toffee. The pulps were very sweet, and when I started my rooftop garden 1.5 years ago, I tried to search for these tamarind plants, and after vivid searching, I got information that Wendila Nursery can supply me these tamarind plants. That is why I placed order to them, and they had sent me 3 sweet tamarind plants of 1.5 feet height. And now on nourishment, after 1.5 years, those tamarind plants have grown up to this height. That is about 3.5 feet height. And not only it has grown up healthily to such height, it has also become flowered and going to be fruited this year, we are observing. I don't know whether the flowers which have come up in these fruit plants in my rooftop garden will be fruited successfully or not, or these flowers will be dropped. Anyway, whatever it may be, few days later, obviously I will give you the update of these plants when it will be fruited. Now let's go into our prime subject of this episode. Today we'll discuss about these fruit plants in detail, and we'll analyze its characteristics, its origin, how it has been planted by us, when it was planted, how the soil was prepared, and by this time how it has grown up and how we have nourished these plants. And also we'll try to discuss about the ingredients present in the fruits of these plants and how those fruits helps us in keeping our health good, and it protects us from various diseases. Now let us discuss about those matters, and let us go on observing the appearance of these fruit plants. Dear friends, just look at the screen and see my tamarind fruit plant of my rooftop garden. These are my shade fruit plants with flower. All have grown up to 3.5 feet height and have become matured enough to be flowered and fruited. And yes, it would not have been possible if these plants were planted from seedlings. Just see, only in 10 inches tub I have planted these plants. See its flowers on the screen, as if the plant is laughing by showing its beauty of flowers. I do believe these heavenly beauty of flowers are giving you enormous pleasure within your hearts. And these are its leaves, evergreen small its leaflets are. Mostly like mimosa. Mimosa means Lajjavati Lata in Bengali terms, as you know. Now let's move on to the various discussions on this fruit and fruit plant and its plantation process. I just used 40% vermicompost with 60% plain garden soil, and to it I mixed up 1 teaspoonful babistin as fungicide and half handful bone dust and 1 handful horn meal and nothing else. Regarding nourishment, what did I do is that neem oil water spray in every 15 days interval, and 7 days old mustard oil cake water in every 1 month. 7 days old mustard oil cake water I mixed up with plain water at the ratio of 1:4. By this nourishment only, these plants have grown up so healthily. So this was the story of its plantation and nourishment. Now let's come on the discussion on its fruits. Dear friends, as soon as the name of this fruit comes on our mouth, our tongues start watering because of its taste, and we know it all. It's a hardwood plant which we call scientifically Tamarindus indica. It's native to Africa but also grows in India, Pakistan, Arab and Caribbean islands and in many other countries. This fruit is of different species. The main species which are available in India in all states irrespective of east, west, north, south are all extremely sour to taste, and the fruits are bean-like pods filled up with seeds
covered with fibrous pulp. When it is green, it is extremely sour, and when it is ripened, it is juicy. Pulp becomes paste-like and becomes less sour. This is the flower of our rooftop garden tamarind fruit plant. In our country, the fruit of this plant we widely use for cooking, mainly in southern states of our country and in southeast states also. In Asia, Mexico, in Middle East and in Caribbean island also, this fruit is extensively used in cooking. It is also used in sauces, marinades, chutneys, drinks and desserts. Its seeds and leaves are also edible. Dear friends, I want to make it clear before you that this fruit plays an important role in traditional medicine. It is commonly used to treat diarrhea as well as constipation, fever and malaria. The bark and leaves of this tree also may be used to promote wound healing. The polyphenols present in tamarind have antioxidant property and anti-inflammatory property also. We can use it to protect ourselves from heart disease, cancer and diabetes. And now, my dear friends, as today we are discussing mainly on its species which is sweet to taste, in other words, the meaty imli. It is not widely produced in India till date, but from some nurseries of our state presently we are lucky enough to get and collect this sweet species of tamarind, and grafting these trees can be grown in tub of our rooftop garden also. Actually, sweet tamarind is a unique tasting fruit, and this fruit belongs to Fabaceae family. It is also called as Tiya Chintapandu in Telugu, Innipupuli in Tamil, Puli in Malayalam and Misti Imli in Bengali. This evergreen tropical tree reaches up to 24 meters in height and 7 meters wide. Its flowers are very teeny and pale yellow in color, as you are watching in the episode of this channel. Its each fruit grows up to 4 to 6 inches in length, containing 6 to 12 seeds. Now let's have a look on the ingredients present in this fruit. A single cup weighing 120 grams of the pulp contains magnesium 26% of daily value in salt dB, potassium 16% of the dB, iron 19% of the dB, calcium 7% of the dB, phosphorus 11% of the dB, copper 11% of the dB, vitamin B1 that is thiamine 43% of the dB, vitamin B2 that is riboflavin 14% of the dB, and vitamin BC niacin 15% of the dB. It also contains with tracement of vitamin C, vitamin K, vitamin B6 that is pyridoxine, folate, vitamin B5 that is pantothenic acid and selenium. It also contains 6 grams of fiber, 3 grams of protein and less than 1 gram of fat, and its food value is 287 calories if we consume it 120 grams of sweet imli. As it contains polyphenols like flavonoids, some of it helps to regulate our cholesterol levels. From a study report we get that tamarind fruit extract lowered total cholesterol LDL, which we call as bad cholesterol, and triglycerides. Tamarind is also high in beneficial magnesium. 1 ounce, that is 30 grams of tamarind or a little less than 1/4 cup of pulp delivers 5% of dB. And my dear friends, you know all that magnesium has many health benefits and plays an important role in more than 600 body functions. It lowers our blood pressure and has anti-inflammatory and anti-diabetic effects. So therefore, it is not only tasty a fruit, at the same time it protects our health in very many ways. And naturally we can plant this sweet species of imli plant in our rooftop gardens and protect our environment in one hand and also protect our health at the same time. And this was our today's episode. If this episode makes you feel good, please do like, share and make more comments on it. And those who have already subscribed to our channel, we are heartily thankful to them all. And those who are watching this episode for the first time in our channel, please do subscribe and click on all notification bell on the right side, so that as soon as we will upload new videos like this, it will reach to you very fast. And now we are closing this episode today. Stay well, stay safe. Namaste.